And before you know it, Tuesday's upon us. Good to see everybody. Welcome back. Carolina Keith, regular Keith, can't stand Keith, a friggin' idiot Keith. God, that cocky, arrogant bastard Keith. It's all good. Good to see you anyway, no matter what. A lot of stuff's transpired over the weekend. We had some gaps. We had some really, really volatile movement yesterday. What better place to talk about it than Crypto After Dark with all my people? All right, let's jump on into it, shall we? And we shall. If you haven't done so, please go hit the like button. They're free here. They don't cost anything. While you're there, hit the notification bell and the subscribe button. Why? Because it's free. Hold on. You know what? Let me do the cheesy YouTube thing. You know what you guys got to do. Boom! Hit the like button. That's so stupid. I get so annoyed with that. I really, really, really do. Maybe I should throw an uppercut because that means definitely more people are going to hit. Oh, my God. The world really frustrates me sometimes. The stupid stuff frustrates me. Anyway, if you do hit like, algorithms like YouTube tend to go higher when the more people hit like, the more people comment, and the more people subscribe. Don't be afraid to comment, guys. We're not going to bite. That's not what we do here. We simply chart. We want to listen to everyone's opinion, even if I don't like it. I hear everything you guys say. While I shouldn't, I read every single comment. It's whatever. I said that I would be a different kind of person than the normal YouTube people, and I'm going to stick by that, okay? That makes sense to you. I'm going to try to continue to be that other person that you guys aren't used to. So, let's delve into the world of the S&P 500 for a moment. So, I've got the S&P 500 chart pulled up right here. It's SPY. This is the ETF for the S&P 500 that it's easily tradable on Webull or anywhere you want to trade options. As a matter of fact, if you guys aren't aware, we're working on some option stuff over in the Discord now to be able to jump on and do in the mornings sometimes. Jump on, run some options real quick, make some money every single day, hopefully. A little bit here, a little bit there, and we'll add to that pile and grow that pile. That's the idea. I'm going to start doing that over in the Discord too. I've been on the hook with a couple different people about this, so got a couple different strategies to work out, and I want to continue to kind of tinker with it a little bit and adjust it here and there and see what I can get. I've been watching for the last 2 days. I've tried a certain strategy, and it's worked pretty well. I just paper traded it. I didn't do it legit yet. Just paper traded. I always test stuff before I come out and say it to you guys. I never want to come out here and say things that aren't tested and checked and verified first. Otherwise, you guys are just going to rip me a new one. That's the way it goes. So, S&P 500. Now, interestingly enough, I was already making this thumbnail, which was misspelled on purpose, by the way. I hope some people caught it. Mullet caught it. I saw he caught it. But after I made the thumbnail, some people sent me in DMs, and then some, I think Flame over in the Discord, posted it in the Unlimited chat. And it said, it's Michael Brewery. And all it says is the one word, sell. He's referring to stocks. He's not referring to crypto. It just said sell. That's all. Right? So he's historically correct. However, his timing is historically bad. And he'll openly admit to that. However, when someone of his ilk starts talking, typically people start listening. All right? So, what I'm going to say tonight is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some dude on the internet who you probably shouldn't be listening to. So, what I'll say is, this is depending on more than just one look. All right? There's a lot going on here. And I'm going to try to give it piece by piece and talk about what that means in reference to crypto, okay? Typically, it's only crypto on here. But please understand that charts are far more than just crypto. Charts run the gambit, okay? Charts cover everything. It doesn't just revolve around crypto. You know, it could be charts of housing markets, charts of real estate, charts of banks. Doesn't matter. Let's go say hey to everyone real quick while we're at it. What's up, Big Tex? Good to see you, brother. When Mullet said some funny stuff right there. FTM, we'll get to that. Letters and digits. Good to see you, brother. Tremaine the Great, what's up? Robbie D with the Digibyte name. He says LFG. LFG, brother. Let's go. Ghost Guy says, just wanted to say thank you to Keith and everyone active in the Discord. I don't comment much, but I read it all, and I've learned so much from you. Many thanks, and many thanks to you, brother. Thank you, guys. If you aren't aware of it, we have 786unlimited.com. I'm tinkering with the website, and I've redesigned it a little bit. I'm going to continue to redesign it. But 786unlimited.com has our Discord, has our YouTube streams, it has the private consults. There are 2 separate Discord links. Why? 2 separate deals. You can pick which one you want. You can do $144 a year, which is a rebate of $4 a month, and you get a free 30-minute consult, or you can do the $16 a month, no problem. Lastly, if you want to pay with crypto, it's $120 a year. A further reduction all the way down to $10 a month, but it's a one-time payment, all right? Up to you. All the links are there. All the links are in the Discord. Come on over and see what we have to offer. If you do the monthly, you get a free month. If you don't like it, you can walk away. No big deal. Okay? Now back to it. Rob McDonald, good to see you. Jeremy Monroe, what's up, brother? Crew Jones. Robbie D again. Rope-a-dope. Tom Pazdurka. Timeless Travel, how are you today, Miss Timeless? Educated Dummy, what's up, brother? Beast Mode. Jag. Crypto Addict. Daniel Kuntz. As a general rule, is it a good idea to avoid trading in the few days leading up to FOMC meeting? I got really frustrated with that earlier, talking to some other guys. I don't trade the news. I never have, never will. It's always I take that back. I don't trade the news. I won't anymore. I used to do that, and it was a losing strategy for me for a long time. Always chasing the news. Never really made the money that way. Meaningful money. All right. Sun Heights, good to see you. Make a stupid, cocky, arrogant Keith. Make a hat. That's funny, dude. Dynamis, good to see you, brother. Seems like it's always choppy. Yeah, it is always choppy. Colo, what's up? Ever forward. Manolo, Travis Robertson, what's up, brother? I'm the grounded voice of reality. I'm no grounded voice of reality. I'm just a guy. Cycling Cotton. Nicholas Greco, Dallas is shut down due to half-inch of ice. My Pennsylvania self finds it very humorous laughing at all these Southern folk. Same time, Nicholas. Remember, it's funny right now, but when it's hot, you'll really, really, really think people invented air conditioners and the people who worked on them. What's up, Nick? All right, so let's get into SP500 here. What the pattern you see is, there's a few different names for it. This is a falling, broadening wedge. Now, typically, I had a picture up here before of it, right on the side over here, but there are a couple different options to happen here. You can get either this breakout, which appears to be happening right here. You can see it right here, breaking out of the trend line that's been happening since beginning of last year. So for a full year, you pretty much took a kick in the dick here on the S&P 500 or any big time stock. The dividends kind of could have helped you cover some of the losses, but not that much, right? It's tough. So again, breakout right here. Now what's going to happen this morning, I was able to accurately notice that this thing opened pre-market down on the trend line down here. What do I mean by open on the trend line? Let me zoom in here so you can see. I'm sorry, I always have the screen too small. Right down here this morning, it opened pre-market right on the trend line. I said, hey, that's pretty nice. Right on the trend line. I bet you we could get a call option here, which is their option to buy going up. I bet you we can make some decent money. And look what happened, man. This thing threw a nice, big, solid green candle for the rest of the day. Very, very pretty move. So what could happen here? Well, if we pull some fibs on it, we start this little high, and we pull down to this low, we see that we've already cut through the 50 fib. We've cut through Sniper's Alley. We're tinkering around with, the golden pocket. We're tinkering around with Sniper's Alley right now, which is between 786 and 886. This is Fibonacci retracement, by the way. This is mathematical support and resistance lines being broken or held. And my dog was walking around in the background. I didn't shut the door. Can't shut the door because it's just me and the kids here at the moment. So if I shut this door, she's going to bark. And I don't want that. Jolene, lay down, sweetie. Yeah, lay down. Yeah, lay down. Yeah, her name's Jolene, like Dolly Parton's song. There you go. She's going to lay down now. She likes to lay at my feet. So anyway, we're playing around with 786, 886 here. The farther this plays around, the better, as long as it stays above that trend line. If this thing can break and hold like it's doing right now and continue to go farther, here are our potential levels of success. And log mode, linear mode doesn't really change much here. But 1272 is at 421. 1414 is at 426. And 1618 is at 434. Those three are still solid options. That's if this thing can stay above 402, pretty much 400. If it can stay above 400, 425 becomes a reasonable target. And that would sweep this high right in here. What would this mean? What would this mean? Well, it would mean that a lot of other assets follow along, because this is an ETF, or a bundle of many assets put into a formula and sold that you can trade, right? There's actually no, SPY actually isn't a thing. It's just an ETF that you can trade. It's just a derivative, all right? So for this to go up more means the entire market across the board moves up. Now, interestingly enough, if I jump over here to the Dow Jones real quick, which is DJI, Dow Jones Industrial Average, you'll see this thing's been sitting over top of the trend line for a while here now. See that same move kind of in December, about a month before this thing broke south. And now about, honestly, a month, that's more like a month and some change before the S&P 500 got over, the Dow Jones got over. Now, if you look here, the Dow Jones broke and rode up, kind of swept this high, and then stopped. Kind of rolled over and quit and come back down and tested the trend line. That's also a solid possibility for the S&P 500 that I didn't even bring up. That would kind of be playing around with the golden pocket and sniper's alley there. As long as it stays above this trend line, you're good to go. If you see it break this trend line down here and create a significant close under here, well, that's awful. And that means we're coming back down to make another potential low. And that next potential low would be really low down here, okay? You don't want to see that. So this opens up a different possibility on the S&P 500, which I'll bounce back to. All right. Same situation that you just saw. If this thing were to just peak up right here and ride this high for a moment and then roll back over, what would this do to markets? Well, this is what I'm talking about coinciding with crypto a little bit. It's been my assumption that we would get some sort of retrace in here for crypto. Some sort of retrace. And what do I mean? Well, since the first of the year, this thing's done nothing but go up. You've had exactly 2 days of red on the CME chart. Two days of red in a month. What the hell? All right. Last time that happened was in the middle of the bull market. We are most decidedly not in the middle of a bull market. Could we be starting one? Yeah. But if that's the case, we need healthy retraces along the way. We ain't had no healthy retraces along the way. We've had 2 red candles and no downtrend. None. Zip, zero, nada. So it's got me thinking, if this were to continue and we see the S&P 500 do what the Dow Jones did, right? What are the possibilities? Well, here's the assumption that I come up with. All this area right here, all through here now, which is the highs and lows of this range, excluding this, the highs and lows of this range become sort of a support lane, okay? Anything in that green box is kind of a support lane. So I think it's fully possible that we ride back here. And potentially test the top of this trend line for a little bit. How long would that take? That's the tough part. Realistically speaking, I think February will probably rebound to make another green month. I just don't know how much, which sounds crazy. So therefore, I don't think it would take more than a couple weeks to come down there and give us a healthy retrace. Why do I have this yellow box drawn? That's where the CME gap is. That CME gap happens to be at a psychological level of $20,000. That makes sense mathematically and psychologically speaking. It makes sense that the $20,000 level comes down here and gets tested, right? That would be all the way to March. I doubt it takes that long, right? Something like this would make sense. Just come down, give it a touch, and we could start moving back up. and potentially go on up. Create an inverse head and shoulders. Yep, inverse head and shoulders. Test this neckline, and off we go. The other option, we're still not done going up. Still not done going up is the other option. So we could potentially move all the way back up here into this $25,000 to $26,000 range. Well, why do I say that? Well, if you look at the weekly chart instead of the daily chart, and we put our moving averages back up there. Oh, by the way, daily chart has broken the 200-day moving average on the CME and has not failed it yet. Yesterday would have been the landmark moment for that to happen. It didn't happen. You got an 8 EMA crossing the 200 moving average, held it rock solid. 21 moving average is 21 EMA is moving up towards the 200 as well, rock solid. If you put in your 50 and 100-day moving averages, you'll see they're way down here, but you're about to get across. So one would assume we get a little bit more price action back when that happens, but there's no guarantee of that. That would be a tits cross. If you're wondering what a tits cross is, essentially a tits cross is whenever you have moving averages that cross each other, like you saw a moment ago, or like you see right here, the moving averages are under the price. When the moving averages are under the price and they cross, typically the movement of the candles will come back toward that cross ever so slightly, or they'll come all the way to that cross and pause right there at it. And that's exactly what you see here on the screen. Right? That's exactly what you see on the screen. 8 crossed the 200. When that happened, immediately the price action said, hold up, and just sat right there on top of it. That's a tits cross. It's a perfect play. Tits 101. Pioneered by Darth Aker and Frank. Thank you, fellas. Now, let's go to weekly real quick, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, the CME chart, Tether chart, and USD chart are all a little bit different. More importantly, they're all close to the same level. So, why do I say more up's possible? Well, here you go. 26,000. This one's 24,900. Right at 25,000 is the level for Bitcoin weekly 200 moving average. Now, we've talked about this before, but this is the first time that Bitcoin has spent this long underneath the weekly 200-week moving average. It's never done this before. So are we to assume this thing attacks the 200 and flips it back over? I mean, it's a solid possibility. Or is it going to hit that 200 moving average, bounce down and test around for a little bit until maybe April, and then shoot up for our summer retrace? That's the other possibility. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you the future. All I can tell you is what I think is going to happen. So you can see the moving average here, again, 25,000. So if I jump over to Bitstamp, this is Bitstamp USD pair, 24,834, about $100 difference. But again, similarly, your broken trend sitting right on top of it. And this one is far above that 200 moving average. Never even touched it, as a matter of fact, just blew right through it like it wasn't even there. Why do I have these circles formed? Well, I'm going to show you something here. If we look back in history for a moment, this is weekly. Let's flip to monthly here for a moment. Every single time we've had a candle breach the 8 EMA, we've had action continue to go up. Now, obviously, this is in November before halvening. We're not there, obviously. That's later on. That's like 9 months away. But, again, the 8 EMA was breached by this big solid green candle right here. And then the very next green candle came. And then from there, you rode the 8 EMA monthly all the way to the top. All right. Next, similarly, April, that's still 2 months away from where we're at now, broke through 8 EMA again. Then it pushed right on through the 21 and made an even bigger candle the next month. Seems wild, right? But again, it's happened before. And here we are again. We've broken through the 8 EMA again. We're going to have to push all the way up to 28,000 to break through that 21 moving at 21 EMA monthly. Again, I just told you there's resistance at about 25. So that leads me to the situation of saying this thing might get held up for a little bit, or it may reject this AEMA that it's sitting on top of right now, because I mean, it's just sitting right on top of it. It managed to close above it. I was curious if it wouldn't. It managed to. That's a very new candle. It's almost extremely flat right now because it's very new. It's only been open for a couple hours, but it's flipped green now. So that's monthly. We look at weekly here. You see we dipped under the 200 week moving average and failed it, and we're still under it now. There's never been a time in history in Bitcoin before where it stayed under for this significant of a period of time. As you see right here, 5 days it spent under. Back here, 4 and 5 days at a time it spent under, but never this long. Never this long. And again, this was the weeks and months before halvening. All right, we are a year and some months before halvening. The timeline just doesn't quite add up to me. This feels to me as if we'll get another rejection here, or at least some trend line back tests, which we haven't had in a really long time. I really want to see that $20,000 level get reached, tested, and from there, if it doesn't break that $20,000 level down, that's my go signal to go all the way in. I still haven't bought completely in. Why? Because I'm seeing these things on the chart like this to say, yeah, we got a little bit more up left, but gosh, we may get more downside than upside. That's a negative risk reward. I don't want to do that. If it's going to cost me money, cost me points on the bottom line there, then I don't want to be a part of losing money. So I'm just going to not put all my money in. I'm still in the market. I still got money in, more than I had this time last time. Oh my God, I've still got exponentially more money in than I had when I started this. So it's mind melting to me. Everyone loves to brag. I bought Bitcoin under 20,000. Congratulations. When did you sell? Oh, you didn't. You've just been holding all this time. Who can brag and say they sold Bitcoin and all of their crypto above 60,000? I can. A bunch of our guys in our Discord can. Can you? Well, when you can do that, come back and talk to me some more, because everything that I made, I got to hang on to all the way through that bear market. Roll that bitch into some more profits this time around. So anyway, let's look at some other assets. That's my Bitcoin analysis. I just wanted to show you some things that I see here and how it relates, in my opinion, to the S&P 500. I think the S&P 500 has some more up. I think Bitcoin has a little more up. And then there's got to be some down here somewhere. Got to be some down here somewhere. Real quick, let's answer some questions. What's up, Nudge? Danny Deep Pockets, what's up? Good to see you, brother. Crypto Nitty Gritty Terry says, Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra. It's a secret, bro. Rug, what's up, brother? Good to see you. 65 people on 48 likes. We got 6 more minutes. Real quick, let's bust through this. Someone asked about FTM. So let's look at FTM. Here we go. All right, FTM has broken the 382 fib. Incredible. Broke through the 236 fib. Was pretty cool when it did that. Still running up. Still overbought. Rather incredible. All moving averages are turning up. You're getting a triple tits move here on the moving averages. All 3 of them crossing at the same time with no pullback. This is unsustainable. It feels good for the moment. It's unsustainable. Ride it until it dies is what I will say. You have multiple trends here. You have the yellow trend line that's still hanging on. Plus, you got a new one here that's even sharper. So, until that white line here fails, I wouldn't pull a single bit of profits. If it was me, I wouldn't pull a single bit of profits here. If this white line fails, then I would pull some, and I would pull the rest when the yellow line fails. Why? Because there's a possibility this thing just keeps on making legs up. All right? Either one of those things are a solid case for a continuation of more uptrend. The 50 fib is way up there. As you see, first spot of resistance is all the way up here at the 50 fib. And you got that same little leg back here that could cause a little bit of trouble. But that's all the way at 74 cents. That's another, what, 15, 20%? I'm sorry, 35%. Man. And that's with an overbought RSI that's just cooking high. Cooking high. We can pull up the MACD and look at that real quick, and I guarantee you that's cooking high. Yeah, hadn't been this high in a long time since the bull market. Since the end of the bull market was the last time FTM did this. It wasn't this high in August or in November or in December or any time during the bear market. Quite a move. Quite a move. And it's a nice steady rise. As you see, you don't have a ton of divergence between blue and orange, which is what moving average, convergence, divergence means. And divergence would mean separation between these two. They're nice and smooth and even. I mean, you can't get out of this until it fails. And now that it's over the 382 fib, it may go up even more to that 50 fib. That's going to be the point where I think it might stop and roll over and play dead for a bit. Some of these are going to move earlier than others. Part of the gig. The back half of 2023, I think, will be ugly. There's precedent to show that. I can show you some like the shit coins and kind of explain it. Can I look at Doge? Absolutely. I still have all my Doge. Haven't sold any of it. So let me pull this line off. That's just me doodling a bit. So we had this big, humongous downtrend, broken. Then you had a falling wedge on top of the downtrend, which was just beautiful. Now it's broken out of that. You have this yellow trend line moving up until this yellow trend line fails. No sale. Same situation as FTM. You pull fibs on this, you'll find out that this level right up here is about where a fib line sits. And then this 3x level is the 50 fib. I can pull this here and show you with this white line. Also, these fibs run out in the middle of February. So again, we may have another week or two of this mess, which is insane. So, right, I was telling you about 14 cents is where the 382 fib sits for Dogecoin. There's also resistance right there. That's where this one got rejected. May see the exact same thing for round 3, 1, 2, and this would be round 3. So I haven't sold any of this. I still got all of it. Yes, that's my actual buy amount and all that crap. No, I sold my Gala for profits, and I'm waiting for it to come back down so that I can rebuy. But I have a node running. It constantly makes me new Gala. It's fine. Gala has shown a little bit of weakness, but again, still over the 8 EMA, still cooking with freaking hot grease. But you do have a lot of divergence here. All right? You got falling strength and rising price. That should roll over and stop. It hasn't yet. It continues to go up and up and up, which is madness. It's madness. I sold this at, what, 40-something cent? 41 cent, 42 cents, something like that. It's 54 cent now. I'd love for this thing to roll back over and give me another chance to buy. I'll rebuy from what I sold for it, and then we'll be right back where we were, only with more Gala this time to ride up and sell again. All right? That's the way I do it. Buy it, ride it up, sell it, rebuy it, ride it up, sell it over and over and over again. Wanted to give you a shot at one here that's been a really solid performer that's on our list, or it's on my list and some other people's list. It is, let me see if I can find it. I don't know why I don't have it on here. Hydra. All right, here's Hydra. Hydra did really, really well last bull market. Crypto Nitty Gritty Terry there made a killing on Hydra last bull market. So I went ahead and bought some. Right there's my actual buy line in the green. For all you fuckers that said I missed the bottom. Right there you go. I even told everyone that I bought this and I put it on Twitter for the whole world to see. You can't make some people happy. We haven't hit a single fib line here. 236 is all the way up at $3. We're at $2.35 now. This thing's ran really, really hot, and it's managed to hop up over the 200 moving average. As you see there on the screen, the red line is the 200 moving average. Plus, it broke trend now. I definitely am not coming off of this until this thing breaks a trend line. And honestly, I may stay in it past that because Hydra offers, I want to say like 35% compounded staking or some bullshit on KuCoin. So if you buy your Hydra, you can stake it on KuCoin and get paid damn near 35% a year to stake it. I've got plans for this one for the bull market. I think it'll do very well. If that's the case, wouldn't hurt, just hang on to it. I think it's a 24-hour period that is locked up for 1 day at a time. So, if you're going to sell it, if you're going to unlock it, you should sell it. If you're not going to unlock it, put it in the bull market and let it ride. Like I said, this thing did thousands of percent last bull market. Will they do that this time? It's debatable if it'll go that high or not. Point is, I think there's good gains nonetheless. Just back to 786, I think Hydra offers 1,000% or 1,500%. I've erased it by now for sure. Yeah, let's see real quick. From where I bought it, up to 786 is about 1,500%. Not bad. 15x. I'll take it. And yeah, I really bought I bought $500 worth. I haven't touched it. It's still there. Every bit of it. Last one we'll do is H bar. Then we'll jump off of here because we are almost out of time. Let's just do H bar. All right. Good old Hedera hash graph. So H bar hit one of my boxes down here. Again, my ignorant self didn't buy. This may happen in end of 2019, but I doubt it at this point. My ignorant ass didn't buy. I marked the bottom for H bar, and I didn't buy it. What are you gonna do, right? Sometimes you're just good at charts and you're not good at buying and selling, right? Whatever. The good news is I nailed the spot. Fucking nailed it. Okay, so H bar has actually done what I want to see other assets do. It's broken the EMA, fallen under, stayed under. Is aiming toward the 21 moving average now, and the 200, which is around 0.058. All right, there's a solid possibility that this one comes back to the 200 moving average here, at which you can make a decision on whether you want to hang on to it and buy more or rebuy lower. That's the 382 fib at about 0.058, 0.059, which is also where the 200 moving average is. If we sneak below that, 0.053 to 0.05 flat, may be the bottom dollar that you get this at, and then it may go up more. All right. This thing is resetting the RSI now, and it may reset to about 50. Right now it's at 57, and that may be all the juice down to get out of this. And then this may turn right back up and keep going. So thank you very much for all of you coming. We had 70 people on here. It's way more than I expected, honestly. Out of frustrating day, so I expected less people to be on here. But thank you all for coming. I appreciate every single person who comes on here. You guys have no idea what it means to me that people actually come on here and listen to some idiot from South Carolina talk. Okay, it melts my mind to think of it. Thank you all. I'll leave you guys with this. 2 sayings: make the best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. That's from Jay-Z. And thank you all for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that more than you guys can ever realize. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Wednesday. We'll go over some more assets. We'll have a question and answer over in the Discord for all the subscribers. 786unlimited.com has the links. We'll see y'all on the next live stream. Sky's the limit. Peace.